Today we're working with our friends at Brainerd Sports and Marine in beautiful Brainerd, Minnesota.
Hi folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys in a Ride, and today I'm in beautiful Brainerd, Minnesota. I'm here at Brainerd Sports and Marine, and I'm here with Brian. Brian, thanks for having us today.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Nathan.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm excited about this because we have a couple of boats to look at, and we got one of them behind us. So what are we looking at right here?
So this is a 2023 Viaggio D23Q.
Okay, and this is made in here in the U.S.
Yeah, in Indiana, actually. Down that South Bend area where all the manufacturing is.
Okay, really. and it was originally
Misty Harbor.
Misty Harbor.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So a few years ago, they rebranded basically as Viaggio and kind of reinvented themselves and changed everything from the pontoons up, basically.
Okay, yep. So and it's going to be a fun boat to take a look at. I mean, it's their flagship pontoon, and so let's just talk about what's underneath the pontoons. At first. So
sure.
Talk about the flooring structure, the pontoons.
Sure. So this 23Q is a triple tube. All the Viaggio pontoons you can get in a 2-tube or a bi-tune, and a sport tune, which is a 3/4 length center tune,
okay,
or a full triple tune package.
Okay.
This particular one's the full triple tune package.
So I could get this exact same boat in just a pontoon.
Absolutely. Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. So this, when you go to the triple tune package, you get, of course, the 3 tubes. You get what they call lifting strakes, which are strakes, triangular shaped strakes on the inside of the outer tubes and on the outside of the inner tube.
Okay.
And that helps with the lift and helps with the performance of the pontoon. You also get full underdeck skin on the boat.
Okay, so in other words, when you look at it, you can't see the structure.
You can't see any of the frame members, and they do that on purpose to smooth that surface out. So as you build speed, water hits that, it's got a smooth surface to ride on, and you get a lot better performance.
So tell us a little bit about that structure that we can't see.
So with Misty Harbor, all their centers, they're on 16-inch centers, that's very good as far as the industry standard goes. But anywhere when you get in the back near where the motor mounts, it's 12-inch on centers, and they're all on 1/4-inch C-channel, so very well
very heavily reinforced.
Absolutely.
All aluminum, I'm assuming.
All aluminum. Yep.
Okay.
And stainless hardware, fastening, but aluminum other than that.
Under that. Okay. All right. Let's take a walk down the side here. Mm-hmm. I always like the fact when they have a little bit of a front deck.
Right. Yep.
Right, where you can walk out, whether you're helping somebody in the boat.
Yeah.
Elderly people have a difficult time. Sometimes you have got to use wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. Doors are obviously wide enough to fit a wheelchair through.
All the doors are wide enough wheelchair accessible.
Okay.
And with the new interiors today, you usually don't have a gate on the port side, so you really need that front area just to get on and off the boat.
Yeah, I've always liked that. Yeah. Okay, so you got some cleats.
Yeah, these are stainless steel flip-up cleats. They just pop right up. And they pop down so they're not a trip hazard when you're getting on and off the boat.
Right, those are nice. And then you must have navigation and docking lights?
Correct.
Okay.
One thing that really sets this apart from a lot of the pontoons in the industry, because what's happened in the pontoon industry is the boats have started to look a lot like one another. I mean, every brand looks very similar with that standard 1.25-inch rail all the way around the D channel. This has got a full 3-inch rail. It just gives it a completely different, bold look. As you can, see right away.
That's a thick rail.
Yeah.
And it is all the way around. You do have a port side door. It's a hefty duty hinge there.
Yeah. That's a full length piano hinge, all stainless steel there as well.
Okay, and it's just a standard lift up and close.
Yep.
Yeah, that's got a good feel to it.
Yeah, you can really feel it with those
that
heavy
3-inch.
rails.
Yeah, and it's got double 3-inch rails going around.
And then you'll notice it's got that little, in order to hold it open, so when you're loading and loading people on and off the boat, you can set it behind that so it's not always swinging.
Right. So coming back here, the top.
Yes.
Is this a manual top, a powered top?
No, this is this full power top. You just have a toggle switch on the console area there, and you just push button up and down operation.
I like that. I usually see them up on the on the railings.
Yeah.
But I like it right on the dashboard. That's really nice. Okay, and is it how much does it cover?
So this is a 10-foot bimini top. So it's going to cover basically everything to the back where you see about halfway up the console. The front seating will be out out in the open.
But the driver would be under it.
Driver and passengers in this fore captain's chair area will all be covered.
Okay, and then we're going to take a step back here and take a look at the back here.
Sure.
Okay, so talk to us about the back here. As of course, we see the recessed cleats here. What is on the either side? You have these black circles.
Yeah, so what those are access holes that so it's not as big a deal around here, but you get down south, they do a lot of dry dock storage, and they actually there's areas welded into the back of the tubes to pick them up.
Sure.
And that's how they'd access. They're exposed on the front, and the back you just turn those off, and they're right below it.
Okay. Now this does come, with this on the 23 foot. This is the back platform as is. It's not an additional part.
No. When you get into this, it comes standard with the extended platform, which is just great for hanging out if kids are swimming off the back or anyone swimming off the back. Just gives you a lot of access, and it's great for if you are using it for some water sports.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, there isn't a motor on it currently, but it comes with what?
It comes with a 200 horse Suzuki.
I like Suzuki.
Yeah. It's rated for up to 250 horse. So we haven't mounted anything on. We could put anything you want. But.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, you got easy access to your fuel fill right there.
Yep. Fuel fill, and that's a 56-gallon fuel tank.
Ooh, that'll keep it going for a while.
Yeah. Plenty of fuel.
And then you got a swim ladder on the other side.
Yes, and that's a stainless steel telescoping 4-step ladder, so it gets nice and deep in the water, so it makes it real easy to get in and out.
Yeah, it's nice when it's not right at the edge of the water. That's a little high step to get in.
Right.
Now, speaking of which, people are looking at this going, well, where in the world do you access the platform?
Yeah. So this bench you see here is just a filler cushion.
Okay.
This can be pulled right out. It either can be set in the front, or if you're stopped, you can actually pull it out and set it right in here, and just kind of have a place to sit while you're watching a kid swim. Or
okay, and then that's just a standard gate.
That's
right
just
there
a
again.
standard gate behind it. Yeah.
Okay, so then, or you could take it out and store it and just leave it as a two-person configuration as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so on the pontoons, there is some cladding, something that's on there. What is that?
So between the tubes in the M brackets and the frame are covered by a full length. It's actually a black anodized piece that goes full length, so you don't see any of those breaks between the tube M brackets.
Okay.
It really completes the look of the outside of the pontoon.
I'm guessing it also hides some water stains.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it really completes the exterior look, and that is anodized black to match your rails. So.
Okay, same color here.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think it's time we step inside and take a look at the interior.
Sounds
All
good.
right. What a nice interior.
Yeah.
I like the color combination. I like the light colors. Just does what seems to do well in heat.
Yep.
Okay. So I also like the lighting.
Yeah.
That's really cool underneath the seat bases.
Yeah.
I've not seen that before.
Yeah, this has got the full interior LED light package. Really just kind of adds a little bit of pizzazz to the inside of the boat.
So what kind of material are the seats covered with?
So everything is with a soft touch vinyl. So
Okay.
if you feel it, it's got a real, almost a leather-like feel.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
very
interior.
soft. It is
Very
not
subtle.
stiff,
Yeah.
and it does feel, almost feels like a little bit like MB-Tex that Mercedes uses on their seats. It's not leather, but it's leather-like.
Yeah, it's a leather feel, but it's just going to be better in the elements than, say, a leather would, and it's all triple stitched throughout.
Okay, yeah, I like that. And it's got it's a blue, and it's a dark blue stitching.
So no, on this one actually the stitching is kind of a charcoal to match this color.
To match the sides of the seat. Okay, seating wise, of course, you got a lounge if you want.
Yep.
On both sides.
Correct.
And then, of course, you could easily sit 3 people on either side.
Yep. Easily 3 adults on this side. As many as 3. It gets a little tighter on this side, but
So a wee bit shorter because of the console, but only by like a. I mean, it's probably a foot.
Yeah, roughly.
And it's about it. Yep. Okay. Now, before we talk about storage, you do have 2 cup holders.
Yeah, and those are recessed into the seat base, so they're nice and out of the way.
And then, is that a USB port underneath?
Yes, both sides have a USB port, so you can plug in your phones or devices.
Okay, so 2 USBs on each one.
Correct.
All right, well, that's a lot. That's nice. It's nice to see that.
Yeah.
Coming into boats where it's just more modernized.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about storage underneath.
Yep. So all of the seats, they're all roll-cast plastic seat bases. You're never going to have to worry about any rot, and you can see there's a lot of storage underneath.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the 360-degree drains, so as water makes its way down, it'll go into those drains and actually drain out the back of the seat.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this one pulls up the same way.
Yes.
That pulls nice and easy.
Yep. So you notice that one's on a double hinge, so when it sets up like this, it stays up.
Yeah.
So as you're loading things into it, you're not going to have an issue with this wanting to fall back down all the time.
And there's one of your speakers right
Yes.
here, access to
Yep.
that. You got another speaker
Another there.
right
You get
here.
a total of 4 with this
Okay.
package.
Oh, that's so nice. That really
Yeah.
folds. That's a one-hand operation. I like that. And over here,
Same storage on the starboard side.
okay, just a little bit.
Yep.
We'll move that
this
gate.
for you. Hinge.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's
we
the
have the
actual
whole
cover.
stowed inside
Wow.
of there. Yeah.
That's like 10 pounds in a 5-pound bag there, but it fits.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this one pulls up the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
lot
nice
of
amount of storage. A lot of things you can
Yeah,
fit in there.
absolutely.
Okay, now I know that there's a garbage can somewhere in
Yeah. So this one's the trash can is hidden in the chase back. Actually,
Okay.
this flips up. There's a little lever on the back. Just pull that up. This will flip
there
all
it
the
is
way
right
over,
there.
and it's right there. Yep. Very simple.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just pull that right out of there, or keep a bag in it that you can pull out.
Yep. It's nice though. You know, we see that on a lot of pontoons now. It's just such a nice extra feature where you always had to have something outside.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, catching flies or whatever. And now it's just in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So stepping back, I noticed you've got another pedestal for
Yeah.
a seat.
Yeah, that's actually for the table, so you can move the table back and forth to either location if you want it up front, or you could get a second table.
I was going to say, you can, for additional costs, you can get a second table right there. Okay, now this would be storage in the center.
Yeah,
tri-tube.
so on the triple tube and sport tube versions, you have the option of a center tube storage.
Okay.
And it's quite deep. If you look inside of here,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of space down in there.
That'll fit several of my 32-pound Northerns.
Yeah.
Right there. We'll put a little water in there.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
It's a huge storage area.
I'm going to say it's almost 2 feet. It's right around. I mean, it's right around 2 feet
it's pretty
deep, and
deep.
it goes
It's the total storage area is close to 8 feet.
8 feet. You do have access to some compartment here.
You've got a big access door here, and you can get in. Now we've got some stuff stowed in there, but you can see it's a very large area. You can push a cooler under there or anything. You notice it's lighted as well when I opened it up.
Oh, that's nice. I
Got a
did
light
not.
on
Now
there.
I see.
Yep.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
And you've also got. I'm assuming this is another light just
Yep.
for aisle
That's another
walkway.
courtesy light. I don't have
Okay.
it turned on right now, but that's just another courtesy
Right.
light if you don't have
But
the other
that
lights
is a
on.
large storage area. That is extremely large. It also gives you access to some of the stuff underneath for mostly for the dealership to get at things.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that brings us back to one of my favorite areas because I like technology, is the driver's helm. So to start with, what is the helm made out of?
So this is a fiberglass helm on this. It's,
Okay, is it one piece molded?
I believe this is a one-piece molded with the exception of this piece that's over
This
the
piece
top.
right there, and of course the door.
The door, yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, that's
Yeah,
what
it's-
I would certainly call that a one-piece molded piece. Okay, and the chairs. I gotta sit in here. They look so comfortable.
They are amazing. Yeah.
You know, told you earlier that they felt soft.
Yeah.
They do. They feel soft when you sit in them too. That's a nice feel. All right, so. What does it recline, spin?
So
what
yeah,
does it do?
it slides back and forth. It also has recliner option. It spins. Yours is set to swivel all the time, but you have a paddle in the center that will lock every quarter turn. Or if you flip it down like yours is,
Okay.
you'll be able to continue to swivel.
So lots of adjustments on the seat we don't always see.
Absolutely.
So that is really nice. I also just like to look at it like the V that's in there and the extra
Viaggio.
the color in
Absolutely.
there, but it looks really nice. You got a little bit of carpeting, not carpeting.
Yeah,
it's
that's
flooring,
the,
non-skid flooring,
non-skid. Yep, it's deck mat flooring. It's a little bit of a padded floor option that's weatherproof.
which wears really well.
It really does. Yeah.
This is a nice layout. One, you've got tilt steering, which is really nice. I also like the matte black,
Yeah.
so non-reflective.
Right.
You know, as you're going in the sun, that's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the Fosgate.
Yeah. They use all Rockford Fosgate components, which are really high-end audio components.
And yeah, and I like the fact that there's, it's about a 3.2 inch, something like that, screen.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the time, you get a one-liner.
Yeah, just that tiny little.
And I just like having a little bit more. You can see a little more information.
Absolutely.
Bluetooth, of course.
Yes, Bluetooth.
Has built-in AM and FM radio.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, this is another USB port
Another
right here.
USB port also gives you your battery voltage on it.
Oh, that's what that is. So right there all the time.
All the time. Yep.
Okay, and it shows through the cover.
Yes.
Which is nice. Yep. Okay, down here you have a regular cigarette
That's just
lighter style plug-in.
Traditional 12-volt outlet.
I don't know who doesn't have a half a dozen of those plug-ins in their cars already.
Well, and you still see a lot of them if you're using like a compressor or something to blow up a tube or something like that on the water.
Okay, I just found something else I really like. Easy to adjust.
Yeah.
That is, I've done a number of them. Usually it's a pretty firm push to get them, and it's really springy loaded.
Right.
That's really nice. Okay, so up on top here, we've got a bunch of buttons.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got horn, stereo, nav and anchor lights, so you can put them on separately if you want, or all together. You got docking lights. Those were the front lights we saw on the boat, the front of the boat. And then what is this one?
So that's courtesy lighting. So that's what we have in here is the interior lights, but that just lights up the smaller lights.
Oh, you can see that going on and off right there as I flick the switch. So you got lighting here, and where else do you have that?
So you also have the interior lights, which is a little farther down. That's rail lights, which are some exterior lights.
Oh, those are exterior lights.
Yeah, so in the rail above where it says Viaggio, there's actually a light that lights up kind of that inset area there. It really has it's hard to see now, but it's really sharp at night.
And then over here you've got your bilge pump.
Yep.
And then
that's your interior lights. That's what you're seeing.
That's
here.
what we're seeing right here that I can turn on. Okay.
Right.
Exterior lights.
Yep. So exterior lights, we don't have that option on this particular boat, but they do have an option of. I'm sure you've seen the under deck lighting that light up the tubes and that. So all of their dashes have switches for every option they could possibly have. This particular boat doesn't have that, but it is an option, something we can very easily add.
Data. Okay. Yeah. And then accessories.
Yep. So they always give you another switch that you can basically wire to.
Okay, so it's not pre-wired to anything.
It's not pre-wired to anything.
It's ready to hook up to something.
It's ready to hook up to something. Yeah, actually on this one there's two accessory switches. You'll see one down a little bit farther. Yep. So you have that option to add anything in the future without having to drill new holes in your dash.
So you got up to 2 things you can add.
Correct.
Huh. I like that. And then of course you've got power.
That's your power bimini control.
Oh, that's the power bimini control.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, it's standard key.
Yep.
Okay, so you have on start. You've got of course the safety cord attached there. Over here, I do like that you've got the standard throttle.
Yeah.
I like that. There's some pontoons coming out now that have some really different things for that.
Yeah, there's some different things on the market.
That just comes maybe from my age, but I like having that throttle, right? You got your trim up and down right here, and then I'm assuming like any other boat, you'd push this in, and then it would be just sort of like accelerating in neutral.
Yeah, so that would be your throttle only. If you push in on that and then advance, it'd be throttle only. And then as soon as you come back into neutral, that would pop back out. If you go forward again, you're going into gear.
Okay, you've got pocket storage, netted pocket storage down here. Now, let's talk about the Simrads.
Yeah, so this particular model comes with 2 Simrad 7-inch screens. So you can... They have basically duplicate function, but you can have your engine function on one, you can have GPS mapping, you can have sonar, you can really set it up however you want.
So this is hooked up to all the gauges, because this has no analog gauges.
There's no analog gauges, so as I have it set right now, you can see it's got the gauge display on the right-hand side, and then it's the mapping or the chart on the left-hand side.
And this is all touchscreen.
Yes.
Man, that is just really... You've also got a cup holder and then a little bit of a windshield.
A little bit of a windshield, and another nice feature that we kind of moved over, it's important, is that master power switch there.
Oh,
That is something that just at the end of the night, as long as you hit that, it's going to kill everything on the dash, all your lights, all of that stuff. so that you're less likely to come out to your boat and have a dead battery.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so this is really neat, man. And I can turn around and easily join the conversation
Yeah.
if I'm just cruising around here.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about this particular layout. And they're the only ones I've seen that do it with this 4 captain's chair layout in the center or center rear of the boat.
So this has a really unique configuration for pontoons.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I've ever seen 4 captain's chairs.
Yeah, they're the only ones to my knowledge doing it at this moment. I've seen, some other boats that have it more back in the fishing area, but they're the only ones I've seen in a cruise pontoon that has this 4 captain's chair area.
I like it. Now this seat is every bit as comfortable as the captain's chair was.
Yeah.
It has the same functions, right?
Yep,
as far
same
as
functions. It's
so
actually
every
the
seat
same
is
seat.
exactly the same.
Yep, it is the same exact seat. All 4 of them are exactly the same, and if you've been out in a pontoon, the captain's chairs are always the first to fill up. Everybody wants their own chair if they can get them, and these are comfortable.
Of course, these armrests do pull up and pull
Yep.
down.
Yep, and then they auto level also as you recline. They actually adjust to the right level, so they're not sticking straight up as you do it.
All right, let's
So as you go down, you'll see they go down.
oh
They're
yeah,
not sticking straight up.
it's a subtle effect,
Yeah.
but it does.
Yeah.
Man, I like that. Now you do have netted storage.
Yes. Yep.
Is that behind all 4 seats?
It's on the back of all 4 seats.
Okay, that's nice. Now you've got this center table. We talked about this already once before. You can get a second. You can move it up to the front, or you can get a second one if you want.
Yes.
This is floatable.
This is a floating table. Yep. It looks like wood, but it's actually a poured foam product, and it's a floating table.
I like it. It seems like it has a little bit of a heft to it.
It is. It's really really a nice table. Some of the competition table and what they're using right now. This is sparse.
Well, it's not untypical to see shiny plastic.
Right. There's a
That's
lot of
really
that.
typical, and I like this because it's a matte finish.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't reflect in the sun.
Right.
You do also have a large circle area cut out.
Yeah, it's nice to have that recessed area if you're serving any food or anything. Just keep it from sliding off. It's going to hold inside of that
Captain
recessed area.
just likes to accelerate a little bit.
Well, if you have that 200 horse, I mean.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's, might be a little too easy to accelerate that. All right, you do also have double cup holders on either side, and they have drain holes in the bottom.
Yep, they'll all drain out.
All right, so on that side you have USB ports.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so not
2
on this
USB
side, but you have them on
yeah.
that side. Okay, and then let's talk about the very back here.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 more of your speakers right here.
2 more of the speakers in the back, and then the movable cushion in the center. And like we talked before, that can go up to the front of the boat there, or you can move it out, set it on the back, or you can just leave it behind if you know you're going to be using that back area a lot.
Okay, and you got double cup holders on either side.
Correct.
That are recessed out of the way, which is really nice. Back here, I mean, I do like this. I mean, this really swivels all the way around.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so and the reason I point that out is because if you're having, say, the grandkids, or you're taking a bunch of people for a ride, they like to turn around and watch the kids ski.
Absolutely.
So with the ability to do that with the seats, it's just really nice. Okay, so you've got a removable center section.
Yes.
Now, storage-wise, we'll start over here, but okay, so you're going to have the same nice storage that we saw up front, and this has got we call this a double hinge.
Yep, the double hinge. It's going to open and stay open. This is even the same storage under the movable seat. So
Okay,
you
so you
could
got
use
extra
this for
storage?
storage if you wanted to.
Okay, and then same storage over on that
same
side.
exact on this side. Yeah. Now your battery's going to be in this, so this is
Okay, that's where your battery is. Okay, I was wondering where that was.
Yep.
Okay, well, you've got so much storage everywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, for what I typically bring on my pontoon, otherwise it's beverages and food.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that doesn't go underneath in storage.
This model has plenty.
All right, so let's talk about the flooring for a minute. This has got, I'm going to call it modern flooring because, I mean, it's just so much nicer. It actually looks like wood.
Yeah.
It's got a printed pattern on it that makes it look like it's wood planks.
Yep.
So what is it actually?
It's a vinyl product, and then below it, it's got some padding underneath it. So if we were barefoot, it would have
A
you
cushion.
actually sink into it. It's got a little bit of a cushion to it. This is what they call the Lakeport plank design, which is meant to look like a wood plank flooring.
Okay, very comfortable though.
Yeah, very, very.
What about wear and tear? What if I get water, once I
it's
get a big wake over my side.
That's the best part about it is it's completely waterproof. You can just spray it off. It's easy to keep clean. You don't have all the issues that you had with carpet in the past. Also keeps the mildew inside of the boat down because it doesn't hold any water like carpet did.
Okay, yeah, a huge upgrade from carpeted floors.
Yeah.
So as it sits here on your showroom floor, it comes with what you see. It comes with a 200 horsepower Suzuki.
Correct.
What about trailer? Do you sell trailers?
We do sell trailers. It's not included in the price, but we always have them in stock. A lot of our clients just prefer to have us deliver it in the spring and pick it up in the fall, so they don't have a trailer to worry about storing.
Right. So this is a common thing in up in Minnesota where people will either share a trailer, but not everyone has one. So you store it in your garage or wherever.
Yep.
Put it on some bricks or whatever. And
or
then
they'll store it with us. A lot of people, they just have us pick them up right at the landing and just see in the spring. And they call us and give us a little bit of notice. We get it out to them and ready to go in the spring.
And you do all the winterization on the motor and everything.
Everything.
That's a really nice service. Okay, let's talk about Viaggio's warranty on this boat.
Yeah, so this particular boat, Viaggio, is going to be a lifetime structural. So that's all your tube, frame, basically all the nuts and bolts of the boat that put together. Once you get up into the rest of the boat, they've got a 5-year stem to stern.
That's
basically covers everything. And Suzuki's warranty right now is 5 years.
Okay, so that's a pretty good. We see a lot of 2-year and 3 years. So 5 years. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, they're standing behind them.
Okay, so let's talk about availability. I'm watching this video and I decide I just want to go see one or I want to buy one or whatever. Right. Do you have them in stock?
I do have them in stock.
Obviously he does because we're sitting on this one, but
we have them in stock and we can have it rigged up with whatever motor a person wants in less than a week.
Okay, and if somebody came in and said, well, I really like this one, but I want it in the flaming orange that Viaggio sells, and you don't have that, how long does it take you to get it?
So, kind of depends on the time of year. On average, the lead time is 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, that's not much.
Not too bad.
I thought you were going to say 4 to 6 years and we'll have it, yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago,
that would have been that case.
Would have been that, yeah.
Man. Brian, what a beautiful boat. I mean, I really, really like it. Just the looks of it, but I also like what it has to offer. And I like the unique 4 captain's chairs in here, the power bimini top. It's just a really, really nice pontoon. So thanks for spending your time with us today. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming.
And thanks for watching.